Building strong relationships with adult learners is so important for instructional coaches because these relationships form the foundation for effective coaching and professional development. The researchers found instructional coaching had a greater impact on instruction than almost all school based interventions. However, for this impact to occur, coaches need to create a relationship of trust. The transforming journey that a coach and instructor go on together is held together by this partnership, which makes adult learners feel safe and supported. Teachers' agency is tapped into, and their trust in the coach begins when the coaches respect their expertise, get their opinions, and include them in the decision making. The more often coaches can tailor their approach to meet each teacher's unique needs, preferences, and goals, the more impactful their relationship will be. Showing that you understand and care about a teacher's circumstances demonstrates compassion and improves the partnership. Instructional coaches are better positioned to facilitate significant, long lasting growth when they place a high priority on developing solid relationships with adult learners. Better teaching and student outcomes result from these connections because they promote trust, teamwork, and a dedication to ongoing development. Two approaches coaches can use to build trusting relationships are making a personal connection with teachers and validation. It's imperative to look for opportunities for personal connections to build a relationship, and they help open the door to conversations. Looking for connections allows me to share some personal information and helps personalize me for the teacher. These details help the coach care more about the teacher and help see beyond the label of teacher or principal. Hi, Mrs. Taliber. Although we work in the same building, I feel that I haven't been able to get to really know you. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't have any experience working with a coach as we haven't had a coach in the building or district before.
This is a learning experience for all of us. I'm so excited to learn from you and see all of the amazing things you're doing in your classroom. I've heard so many great things about your teaching. I see you have grandkids. How old are they?
Oh, yes, I have 3 grandkids. Raylan is 8, Jacqueline is 5, and my grandson Luke is 15.
They are adorable. I bet they keep you busy. I also have a 15-year-old son, and he just started sophomore year and will be driving soon. I'm so nervous. Can you offer me any advice? There are days I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, I remember those days. Just be patient with him. The more nervous we are, the more nervous they will get. My grandson is also learning how to drive. He keeps his mom and dad very busy with his schedule. I don't know how they keep up. Just treasure the time you have together because it goes by so fast.
I can relate to that. We're always running from one place to another, doing homework in the car and eating on the run. I won't know what to do with myself once he's in college.
Yes, it's never easy when they go away, but they will always need their mom. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I know we didn't get a lot of accomplished, but sometimes it's good to just get to know someone before you start working with them.
Mrs. Taliber is new to coaching, so I knew she wanted to be valued and acknowledged, and I needed her to see me as a fellow student. Our relationship will also influence my coaching decisions as we collaborate over the year. If any challenges arise, I can help her transfer the knowledge and strength as a mom and grandma to her role as a teacher. Another approach I can incorporate is validation. It's my job to uncover all that a teacher has to offer. Most teachers feel vulnerable as they begin a coaching cycle and are reluctant to be coached. However, all teachers are amazing at something and they need to be recognized for it. Find what it is and appreciate it. Sometimes teachers don't always see what they do. That's why we need to call them out. I know that you value student choice when differentiating in your classroom, and the students really respond to it.
Providing children with choices allows them to learn in a way that suits them best and can also keep them engaged.
Yes, let's build on what you're already doing well. How can we accomplish student choice in text selection?
Well, although I'm not sure my team is a fan of this approach, I spent the summer preparing text sets so that my kids may select books depending on their interests.
Okay, what if I helped you find a strategy to apply your text sets that will allow you to maintain your views on student choice? We can make a focused, narrow goal for you to work on.
That sounds great, but what if I have a hard time meeting this goal?
Our work is to make meeting the goal possible. We can put routines in place so you can meet your goal. You are already doing an amazing job making student choice a priority, and seeing this in action may persuade your team to do the same. Two strategies in giving feedback are to ensure that it's strength-based and specific and timely. Providing clear, specific, and timely feedback allows teachers to reflect and make immediate improvements. Focus on specific behaviors or actions rather than giving general comments such as good job. Generalized feedback is less helpful because it doesn't provide clear guidance for improvement. Feedback should be shared soon after the observation. People are better to learn from their mistakes and make the necessary adjustments when they receive feedback on time. Strength-based feedback respects and expands upon other people's ideas. It allows us to engage with teachers in a way that honors the work they're doing while helping them grow as learners. Using this method allows both coach and teacher to think together and build upon ideas. Hi, Mrs. Talibert. Thank you so much for meeting with me today and for welcoming me into your classroom yesterday. Your reading lesson was engaging, and your classroom management style ensures students are focused, ready to learn, and on their way to meeting their goals. I'd love to hear how you think it went.
Thank you. I thought it went pretty well. It can be tricky at the beginning of the year as rules and expectations are still new to the students. Still, the students looked interested in the work and did a good job finishing it. However, I'm constantly trying to get better, especially with comprehension.
That is a great mindset, Mrs. Talibert. One of the things I noticed was how you gave students a choice in reading material. You allowed them to pick from 3 different texts, which I think is a fantastic strategy. It truly gives them more power and speaks to their interest. What effect did you think that choice had on their engagement?
I noticed that the students who usually struggle to stay focused were more engaged because they were able to read and understand the text. This made a difference in their participation.
That's a huge strength of yours, providing choice based on student interests and abilities. Students can work at their own pace and ability level, and you can differentiate the assignments based on the books they choose.
I've been working hard in trying to differentiate for my students.
I can see that. Because of the way the groups were set up, they could work together with more stronger readers, being able to help those who maybe needed a little more support. Have you considered expanding upon it by asking students to share what they've learned in the class? It might deepen their comprehension of the material and take ownership of their learning.
I've never thought about doing that. I like that idea. It can help prepare my students to feel comfortable sharing out among other classmates. I'm going to try this out. I would love for you to come back and see how it's going once I feel comfortable adding this next layer into my teaching.
I'd love to. That's the main goal of coaching. Our goal is to collaborate together and build upon the awesome work you're doing. I'm always here to support you. The coach's role is to create a trusting, collaborative relationship with teachers. Make the process welcoming, listen intently, and try to understand the teacher's needs and help meet their goals.